Hi, I'm Alex doing Alex Things, and in this video I wanted to show you this isolation transformer that I put together. Let me go ahead and plug it in so you can see it work, and I'll use a 75-watt light bulb as a load. Okay, it's plugged in and I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. As you can see, the transformer unloaded puts out about 135 volts. You can also see that on the little SO45 gauge here. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in the 75-watt light bulb and turn it on. As you can see, the output voltage does come down a little bit, and it's showing it's pulling just about 0.6 amps. Now I'll go ahead and show you the backside of it and the inside. So nothing too terribly exciting on the reverse, just a strainer leaf and a fuse. And then the inside cover. So here's the inside of it. As you can see, the power comes in here, goes to the primary of the transformer. This is just a 1-to-1 transformer. I'll show you the schematic in a minute and tell you exactly which transformer I use. But the power comes in here, goes to the primary, the transformer, and the switch and pilot lamp. And then the secondary is connected just to this right here and to the amp meter and the voltmeter. And then I did add a ground to the chassis to all the panels. So each panel has its own dedicated 18 gauge ground wire. So if there are any issues, everything's grounded. Obviously with the exception of this outlet here. This is floating, this is just tied off. The actual ground for the receptacle is just tied off, not connected to anything. Let me go ahead and show you the circuit schematic now. So here's the circuit schematic. It's really simple. You just have the hot going to a fuse, a switch, a panel lamp, the primary, the transformer, and back. The transformer itself, it's a 1-to-1 transformer. It's rated at 100 volt amps at 115 volts. So if you do that, 100 volt amps at 115 volts, that's roughly 0.86 amps, which is why I put on the front panel 0.8 amps maximum. And the actual transformer, it's a N76U from Triad Magnetics. I got this one from DigiKey. And as I mentioned, the panel ammeter and the panel voltmeter, I got those from AliExpress. They're SO45s. And then the receptacle, I got that from Amazon, and the enclosure itself from Amazon. So really simple. I didn't have a isolation transformer yet, and I thought it'd be kind of a fun project to build because I haven't done a whole lot with actual line voltage. So I thought it was a good chance for me to learn. And honestly, the most tricky part of this whole thing wasn't wiring it up. It wasn't figuring out how to do this. It was just drilling all these holes for these gauges. It took me forever. And then the hole saw I used for the SO45s wasn't quite big enough, so I had to use a file to file out these cutouts large enough to fit them. Now one thing I might do in the future, I drilled out the hole for the strainer leaf slightly too big, so it doesn't hold in the power cord as much as I'd like. So I had to add this little zip tie holder. I might actually put some screws in there to hold down the cord long term, because I know adhesives over time, they tend to fail. And that's not something I want coming loose. But anyway, there's the project. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. As always, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and grant you peace. By the power of the Prince of Peace, Yeshua. Amen. See you guys. Shalom.